Welcome to Blue Talks.
I am incredibly grateful to have the opportunity to speak at the University of Oxford, to speak about a topic that I am deeply passionate about, creating a more conscious, connected, and peaceful world. My purpose is to co-create with the universe in perfect love, to raise the vibration of mothers and the collective consciousness of the world. This purpose came in a conversation with the universe, where I was seeking answers, and I was praying, how can I use my form to create more peace on the planet? And what emerged was beautiful. I saw a vision of my children's eyes staring back at me. And what I realized in that moment was that the deepest way that I can create peace on the planet is by being deeply conscious, by attuning to my highest self, by raising beautiful conscious beings that are a force of healing and love on the planet. And in addition to that, inspiring mothers everywhere to do the same. I am here to reflect in you the beauty of the love that exists within you, to mirror the love that is there and always for you, to help you attune to your highest self. A Course in Miracles talks about how we are all born an idea in the mind of the Creator. And this idea is born of love. When we attune to the love which resides within us, when we begin to hear our soul speaking through us and take inspired actions, we begin to heal ourselves and heal the world. Let's first begin by taking a moment to come into presence and connect with our highest self. So just take a moment to place one hand on your heart and one hand on your stomach. We're going to take a deep breath in through our nose and slowly out through our mouth. And if you feel comfortable, you can close your eyes or gaze downwards. Let's just take in a beautiful deep breath in, breathing in this infinite stream of consciousness and peace, and breathing out anything that's weighing heavy on your heart and mind. Breathing in and breathing out. I now want you to envision that there is this beautiful sky of illumination. And this beautiful light is pouring down and joining with your being. As it joins with your being, you are remembering that you are one with this light and one with the entirety of humanity. It is in this nothingness that everything exists. Let's take in a beautiful deep breath in, breathing in this beautiful, bountiful light, and breathing it out as well. Breathing in and breathing out. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes and come back to the room. Thank you for joining me in connecting with your highest self, in connecting to that place where peace intersects us in the present moment. It is a place of profound guidance, a place of unconditional love, which is available to you at any time. I want to remind you that you are the answer to peace. As you raise your children as beautiful, conscious moms, the love that you pour into them is the love that they will carry out into the world. As you attune to your highest self, as you become more conscious, you become more peaceful within, and that peace emanates in the lives of your children, in your communities, and around the planet. So what was the inspiration behind all of this? It was my two beautiful miracles that were birthed into the world. They are and always will be my biggest inspiration. Motherhood was the moment where everything changed. My view, my purpose, my identity. Everything I thought I was, I no longer was. Everything that I prioritized was no longer the priority. And what's beautiful is, as I think about birthing life into the world, I think about how that's a metaphor of how we're meant to live our life. So as I birthed my babies into the world, I attuned to the love of the universe. I co-created with the universe in perfect love. I surrendered the plan, and I knew with full faith that it would go much better in the hands of the Creator than if I tried to direct it myself. And so I feel that this is a beautiful metaphor for how we're meant to live, that when we lean into the universe and let it really guide us, when we let go of trying to control and force, we are able to create a life of inspiration. We are able to take inspired action. Now, I never thought that I would be here at this point in my life doing what I'm doing, but I'm here. And I'm here because I had to first go through some life lessons. And so I didn't always think this way. In fact, I had to go through the storms of life. And these storms look like becoming a mother, serving everyone but myself, losing myself in service of others, and disconnecting from myself. And as well, when my son was 9 months old, we were trick-or-treating. In Canada, Halloween is an occasion where kids dress up and they collect candy. And on that particular night, I was coming down some stairs and the stair gave out and I fell back and I hit my head and I got injured. So I had a concussion, I had a neck and back injury. My son was 9 months old. I was on maternity leave and he would cry and I could not pick him up. And that just shattered me in a million pieces. I wanted to be there for him in the way I could. I wanted to give him every ounce of love I had. Leading up to that point, it wasn't my first injury. I actually had 5 car accidents. I had a near death. I had a heart surgery. And then I had the stair fall. So the universe was clearly trying to show me the lessons, but I wasn't yet ready to receive it. As I sought down the usual paths to healing, going to medical professionals, seeking specialists, I just was not arriving. And 9 months later, I went back to work and my symptoms worsened. I couldn't look at the computer, I could not drive to work, and I could not take care of my son in the way I wanted to. And so I was just beside myself, and I had this moment where I was feeling at my lowest, and I got on my knees and I prayed. And I said, I just don't know what you want me to do anymore. I've had 22 years of chronic pain. This pain is no longer serving me. Please just help me. And what I heard was this clear voice which said, meditate. Every night I was awakened in the middle of the night, and I felt this force awaken me to sit in silence and to meditate. And so what I did was I sat in my bed, and for the first time, I just allowed what was. I allowed the feelings, I allowed the emotions that I had pushed down to come up. And so I took that moment to just be be in the moment, to stop resisting, to stop running. I didn't want to run anymore. And so all of these emotions came to the surface. I cried them out. I let them out. I allowed myself to see truly what the source of these emotions were. After 3 weeks of sitting in meditation daily in the middle of the night, there was one particular day which changed everything for me. I felt this overwhelming presence of light overwhelm my entire existence. And in that moment, I felt deep peace. I felt no pain. I felt validated. I felt certain. I felt like I was home. And most of all, I felt like I was no longer alone. And so it was just such a beautiful and profound moment. And there was 2 clear thoughts that emerged in that moment. One was, how can I rest in this abode of peace and rest in this light more? And 2, how can I give this to others? How can I give this peace to other people who are facing darkness so that they feel this peace as well? And therein lied the opening to my healing journey. A Course in Miracles talks about how there is one problem and one solution. The problem being that we are disconnected from ourselves. We think we are separate from the universe and we are separate from each other. The solution being that we are one with the universe and we are one with all of humanity. So when this intention was born within my mind, in sitting in meditation, I began being guided on a healing journey. I ended up healing 22 years of chronic pain. Pain that I had sought to heal in all corners of the world, even explored surgery, but I was able to heal it. And so I feel that having this peace, it's my gift to the world to also give this peace to you as well. And I want that for you as well. Because in this space of inspiration, in this space of coming home to the love within me, I have been able to create things that I didn't imagine for myself. Starting a podcast, writing 3 books in a year and a half, and going on to the 4th book with Hay House and a beautiful awakened mom that I started a business with called Be Light to Raise Light, which will be publishing next year to awaken moms and awaken the world. I know that this peace and this inspiration is available to all of you. So what are the 3 things that I would share with you that can help you attune to your highest self and that can open the door for you to hear your soul speak so that you can take inspired action and you can steep in consciousness that will make the world better? The first thing I would share is get still. As a busy mom, we are often around a lot of noise. It's not very quiet. Create time in your day, at the beginning of your day and the end of your day when your subconscious mind is most open, to tune into quiet. It doesn't have to be complicated. Start with 30 seconds, right? And build your way up. But connect so that the universe can direct your day rather than the chaos of the world. And fall asleep to the universe creating your dreams rather than the stresses of the day. The second thing I would share with you, which I had no idea what that was when I became a mom, was self-love. I didn't even know what that word meant. I thought being a wonderful mom meant giving away every ounce of love and leaving nothing for myself. But what I learned is that the more I forgot about myself, the more I deprioritized myself, the less able I was to be a conscious, connected mom. The less patient I was, the less present I was. And so self-love is about unconditionally loving and accepting yourself. It's about giving back to yourself the love and care that you so readily give others. And what I learned is that my intuition, my inner voice, grew much louder when I learned to love myself, because the universe is love. And when we attune to the vibration of love by giving ourselves the love and giving others love, then we're able to hear our inner voice with much more clarity. One practice I do every morning is I look in the mirror and I ask myself, what can I do for you today? And then I make a point to schedule it into my day. As important as a business meeting, as important as an activity for my kids. And what I find is, like I shared, the stillness combined with prioritizing self-love, it completely shifts my energy. It completely makes me so much more present and attuned so I can be there to be conscious and raise beautiful conscious beings. The next thing I would share is doing the deep inner work. We so often, clean our house, tell our kids to clean their rooms, clean our bodies, but when do we clean the interior of our being? When do we take a moment to reflect on the beliefs, the limiting beliefs that we've carried from childhood, the different things that have been layering, the experiences that have been layering over our soul? When do we take a moment to shed that so that we can clear the clutter over our inner diamond and truly be that channel for the universe's love to express itself through us? And so work with a life coach, work with a therapist, going back to your childhood and taking a moment to reflect on how do you think that you want to raise your children? How are you raised, and what do you need to shift within yourself so that you can raise a beautiful conscious being? So those are the 3 things that I would share with you. And as I end off today, I just want to recap that you are a beautiful, expansive, and unrepeatable miracle, as Lisa Nichols says. You have everything within you to heal, to deepen consciousness, to create peace in the world. And so as you continue to attune to your highest self, as you continue to have the courage to listen and follow your inner voice, you will create a more beautiful, conscious, and peaceful planet. Let's take a moment now to end off with connecting with our highest self, the place from which everything is born, all the beauty in the world, all the inspiration, all the peace. Let's take a moment. I'm just gonna put the cursor down. For this exercise, we're gonna be tapping on our fingers. Okay. And let's first start with a beautiful deep breath in, breathing in this infinite wisdom, and breathing it out as well. As you connect to your highest self, ask yourself, what is one thing I can do to bring more peace within my heart, within my home, and within the world? Beautiful. Now take a moment to reflect. Take a moment to reflect on how can you use your talents, your knowledge, your gifts to create a positive ripple, to deepen consciousness for yourself, your families, and the world at large. Beautiful. Let's now take another deep breath in, breathing in this beautiful peace that resides within us and around us, and breathing it out as well. Breathing in and breathing out. Now, as you're tapping your fingers, saying it with me, peace begins with me. Peace begins with me. Peace begins with me. Now whispering it, Peace begins with me. Peace begins with me. Peace begins with me. Thank you, universe, for bringing us here together today. May each positive intention here today come together collectively to create more peace within ourselves, within our homes, and within the world. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. Thank you for being my prayer answered, and that I can be here to deliver this message from the universe. And I just am so grateful that we can connect together as a collective to create more peace on the planet. Thank you so much.